Hey internet people, if you clicked this video and you read the title, you already know that I'm going to be unboxing a GoPro Hero 6. It came with a bundle of stuff. I got it off of Amazon. Selfie stick, that'll be fun to play around with. I have a selfie stick, but it's a really cheap one that I got exclusively for using underwater. It's all rusted and crusted now from my vacation last year. Also came with a 32 gig card. Nice sand disc here. So let's get into this thing and talk about why I got it in the first place. I mean, anyone can go buy a GoPro, but you got to have a reason to have it, in my opinion. It looks like you open it by pulling this tab on the bottom here. I broke the seal, guys. There's no going back. So last year I bought this little $60 8-man camera. I was hoping it would do a few things for me that it doesn't do well, mostly because it's so cheap that the frame rate doesn't sync up with any other camera or audio recording. So I wanted to make long recordings of my podcast and be able to, put up a pretty lo-fi video behind the audio on YouTube. I really like this heavy plastic top on here. It really is just part of the packaging, but it feels like it's made out of the same material like the old water casings were on the older GoPros. So anyways, I want to be able to get long videos of my podcast and longer time-lapse coverage of various different things that I do. I usually shoot with DSLRs, and sometimes I shoot with my iPhone, which is what's shooting this right now. But the iPhone can be problematic for long shots because it chews up a lot of space on the phone and it chews up a lot of battery, and then transferring the files isn't always the easiest thing in the world, especially for long videos. So I wanted something that I could let run for a long time and get decent quality out of and would sync with audio and other footage, not like the 8-man here. So this seemed like it checked a lot of boxes for me. There's people online who complain about the 6 versus the 5 versus other options. There's things falling out of the bottom of this box. You break it, we'll replace it. That's what they say here on this card. I should open this thing before it poops more things onto me. So there's a lot of people with a lot of strong opinions about this camera on YouTube, and I was looking at the stats and just thinking, the things that people complain about aren't issues that really affect me. I'm very run and gun and very casual with my camera gear for the type of work that I do with my demo channel and with my podcast and various other things. And also, it's an action camera. I mean, it's supposed to be, kind of like set it and forget it and don't fuss too much about it. So I'm not expecting to have, the best, equivalent to a DSLR sort of experience, best 4K in the world. Actually, this will be my only 4K camera. This will be my first 4K camera. Got some stickers so I can put these on my car so people know to break in and take my $400 action camera. Manual. Should probably hold this up. Poor quality unboxer here. USB cable, add it to my growing collection. Some sticky connects. Battery, that's important. Also hoping I can run this off of external USB so that I can let it run for a long time without having to recharge the batteries and worry about batteries. Just leave it set up on a tripod where I need it and have something that's easy to go to. So first impressions are strong. I really like the feel of the case. It has a bit of a weight to it, much heavier than this 8-man, and the battery's not even in it. I'm assuming there's a lot of heavy-duty stuff going on inside here to support the 4K. Let's see how much I can figure out about this thing without opening the manual. All right. Released the clasp on the holder. Comes right out. Let's get a battery in here. Hopefully this battery's charged. There's a little black plastic tab there. My first instinct was I'm supposed to pull that out and that activates the battery. But then I realized, no, that's just the pull tab so you can get the battery out. I've heard complaints or read complaints online that certain makes of the battery are very snug getting in and out of the camera. So we'll see which one I got here. It went right in. Pulls right out. I think I got one of the ones that fits well. I'm assuming anyways. Am I going to be able to close the door on this? Yep. A few little lights flashed around this thing. I don't see where those lights are now. I think I've got to pull this. What am I looking at here? There's like a picture cover on the back. I got to figure out how to pull that off before I turn this on. Actually, I'll hold the power button down and see what happens. We got some beeps and it's shooting, but it's through that that sticker over the screen. There it is, official. You take the protective sticker off of something, and by law, you own it. Whoa, what's going on here? I gotta select my language. It's fun that it's touchscreen. I have owned a real GoPro before, but it was a super old original Hero. Still, it gets 1080. I use this thing every now and then. A big problem I had with it is I left it in the case for a really long time, and the battery got old and like degassed and like melted the outside skin of the finish on it. So it's all sticky and gummy. It's not fun to use. But what I'm getting to is like, it's really hard to use this thing just because the menus are kind of hard to understand. You have to pull out the manual every time you do something like, you know, something stupid and simple like reformat the card. You know, I could never remember how to do that. And you have to use 2 buttons to like do everything. And it was a pain in the butt. So I'm excited to have the touchscreen on this. Terms and privacy. I acknowledge that I have read and agreed to GoPro's terms of use and privacy policy. GPS captures the location where your video and photos were taken. I don't need that. I'll leave that off. Modes and settings. Tap below to change modes and settings. So let's do... Oh, it's just doing a guide. Swipe left. Swipe down to change preferences. It's just guiding me through things right now. This is great. Swipe right to view your photos. Awesome. Set up quick stories. Install the GoPro app on your phone. Then follow the steps to quick stories. No, I'm not going to do that now because my phone is filming. I'll do that later. The date, it is for... So far I'm having an easy experience. I'm liking this interface. It's the 17th. The year is 2018. And I'm going to say that it is 3 p.m. I think that's right. Oh, I'm rolling. Picture in picture, huh? There I am. Let's see if it'll focus. Come on, iPhone, do your thing. Well, it doesn't want to focus on the camera. Whatever. My first impressions are strong. My battery's at 3%, so this thing's going to die any minute. No SD card in there, so I can't record. Changing resolution looks super simple. A lot of options there. I'm going to leave it on 1080 for now. Frames per second goes down to 24, 30, 60, 120, 240. Those are some great frames per second. I can get really slow at 240. Wide angle, linear, super view. So I'm guessing that wide would be the normal kind of like GoPro sort of setting. Super view is like insane. I know you can't really see that well. And then linear is more of a crop setting that doesn't have a lot of fisheye. And honestly, I'll probably be using linear quite a bit. I'm hoping to use this camera as kind of my vlogging camera. And I think that'll give me pretty good framing. Just holding it up right now, looking at it, it's like that's pretty similar framing to what I've already been doing right now in this. So I'm excited to mess around with that. There's a front screen here with a sticker of a... Is that the sticker or the display of a wrench? I'll have to figure out what that means. There's all sorts of settings in here. Photo, night, burst, time-lapse, video, time-lapse photo, night-lapse photo. I'm on 1% battery. This is going to die any minute. Cool. Well, I'm excited to mess around with this thing and start getting all sorts of footage with it. I'll have updates as I learn about it and make little discoveries. I'm pretty excited. I can feel that this thing's much better quality than anything else that I've got that's in an action camera format. I mean, that's not hard to do. I have a $60, little import thing that's weird, and I've got a very old GoPro, so this is going to be a big step up for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, dislike if you want to, do all the normal YouTube stuff. I know you like to do it. Later, guys.